Okay, I should be back. I think I'm back. I mean, I know I'm here talking. I mean, recording. Got some tea. As usual, it's my blend of, 1 tea bag of chamomile, oolong, and peppermint per 2 cups of water. It's delish and incredible and awesome. I recommend it to literally everybody. Yes, you. That includes you. Anyway, we're out to get the northern, eastern, and western blood wagons now. Let's go do that. I had my typical lunch lately of some clean green olives and protein. This time it was some ham and some honey roasted Planters peanuts lately. I'm probably gonna drop that, but I had a burnt peanut. Still a little. I'm still a little put out by that, because I got the burnt peanut like right at the end of it. Kind of soured the whole thing, really. Because at least if I got it at the beginning, I could just wash it down and just kind of a sour note to end lunch on. I got the honey roasted peanuts from Sam's. They said limited time only, but I don't understand why. Okay. I got something in my nose irritating me. Hold on. Distracting me. Hot nose blowing action. Only here on this channel. Live, unedited. Well, I hear that ominous growling. I wonder if that's just like backtrack stuff, like, you know, ambience, like the birds. It's gotta be, right? Avalin's note, page 2. I don't think we found page 1, but okay. Oh no, we did. Okay. That's worrying. Alright. That's the eastern blood wagon? Well, you'd think the... Wait, how was the western blood wagon over... Okay, never mind. Maybe that was the western one, and somehow I just misread the active quests thing on the right-hand side. Okay, danger zone. Gotta back up. There's that lightning. I'm a little sedate, not just because I ate lunch, but because, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling into it. Just kind of vibing with the game at the moment. If I remember right, yeah, I was gonna say, because I remember actually being really frustrated the first time I played through this, and like, I didn't get that on the map that this is just an overpass. I seem to somehow remember not being able to figure out how to get here. Somehow. Again, not sure how. Nice. Alright. The blood flows. The blood I am hauling is pulled like water from an upturned cup. It presses and climbs up the side of the glass, trying to return to its source. If the lids were not on so tight, would they burst off? Would the blood fall sidelong through the air to he who calls it back to him? I confess the urge to release one of the lids is strong, but my conviction is stronger. This is a test, and I will pass through fire and into the realm of the gods and legend. Soon the centuries of long sleep will be over, and when the Ligurian wakes, the unbelievers will suffer for their lack of faith. Kabbalist Zakul. That's a little odd, but okay. Well, I think that's it. We might as well clear the rest of the area, right? Get some more XP going. We have pretty good, all things considered, chaos resist, yeah, 80%, wow. It's not bad, not bad. Hit cap. And that's another one of those one-shot boxes, I think. Oh, hey! 117 to 166 fire damage. That plus 187 damage per second if equipped stat is a lie. It's a filthy, filthy lie. Let's get on to the, what's it called? What is the faster way back? I guess this, technically? The entrance to the Tomb of the Watchers. I think it was if it was ever obvious that sometimes I move while looking into the background, it was back here whenever I did that. Where I like... Because in my peripheral vision, it looked like I could just walk over there, and it's like, oh, right, yeah, duh, never mind. To explain what happened there. It was kind of bugging me that I did that and didn't explain it, so there you go. Look at this, too, by the way. Have you ever seen a more obvious, like, evil layer inscription than this? It makes you wonder how they built this without realizing that was the purpose. Now, on the guide, we need to get across the first area that we're in right here. We need 40 scrap to get the... There was actually a... There is a shrine across that bridge with... That's like 40 scrap and 10,000 iron. That stinks, but... It is what it is. I'm not too put out by that. I'm more put out by how dark this dungeon is. I wouldn't say it's the darkest dungeon. Because it's literally not. I know where that is. Yeah, it's definitely not the darkest dungeon, but it is an incredibly dark dungeon. Trying to shoot a crumbling wall underneath the crumbled wall. Yes. So basically we're going to be fighting a bunch of high-level Chthonic enemies. And shortly enough, we will be at the end of the original campaign. Oh, goodness. That's kind of what I mean whenever I say they can just suddenly kill you. It's kind of incredible, really. Impressive, even. Clarity of valor? I was like trying to say value and valor at the same time for some reason. Clarity of valor, huh? Wow. I forgot about that note. That guy's a real one. Good on him. Gonna up our cunning a little bit. I mean, I doubt that he actually accomplished much. Yeah, it looks like he didn't get very far if that was in fact him, huh? He's just in a smoking crater with a mysteriously, shifting texture. Ah. Ouch! Ugh. Again, there's that, like, suddenly almost dead thing I keep mentioning and pointing out. Ooh. We'll get through this. And then after this, I'm pretty sure that's, like, the end of the Chthonics for a while. Like, a while. I want to say... I don't remember seeing any more in Ashes of Malmuth. Like, this kind of puts the cap on them as a faction. Which makes sense. Like, they got their time in the sun, they got their big crest of... You know, their big upwelling, the top of the wave, the crescendo, and then it's time for them as a faction to move out of the way, right? Now, as we go through this incredibly dark dungeon... Ooh, goodness. There's the crumbling wall as opposed to the crumbled wall above it. Oh, hey! Codex of Lies. Legendary offhand. Interesting. Our first purple item, I think. Yeah. Dope. I don't like... Look, I don't know if that's me. I don't know if I'm, like, some kind of weird colorblind, but to me that looks like... kind of blue. Like, you know how these have the green color around them, and then this has the purple? Like, blue. I meant to say blue. How this has the blue, this doesn't look purple to me in so much as the thing around it just kind of looks like a weird off blue, like a darker off blue, like navy blue, rather than purple. I don't know if it looks like that to you. If you are watching this and you care, please comment below. Bane Galgalor, Guardian of the Gates. That's kind of a spoiler, isn't it? I could just see him through the see him through the wall there. I gotta wonder if like the apostrophe there means you're supposed to pronounce it like Bana Galgalor or something like that, but whatever. Okay, this dungeon is too dark. I'm going to raise the gamma instead of increasing the brightness on my screen. Sorry if you were watching this in a dark room and that blinded you, but you should not be watching stuff in a dark room anyway. Oh hey, this looks like a hidden passage. I wonder how I get to the hidden passage. Okay. Okay, I think I just missed something like a, like an idiot. It's not all that uncommon. Crumbling wall down there. Okay, so is this where I was Oh, okay, alright. It was so dark I just didn't see that I could walk here, I guess. Well, let's take care of this guy. Okay, that's not that bad. For such a scary name, he's really not that bad. Also, we're absolutely destroying his health. Ah! Okay. Alright. Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Fresh blood for the altar.
What? I can't hear you. I've been firing this gun for several dozen hours. I mean, honestly, one button man at this point has to, like... I mean, he probably goes up to Olgrim, and Olgrim is talking... I don't know if I could do that with my voice and still have my mic pick me up, but, like, Olgrim's probably like, hey, yeah, could you go help me with the Lagori? It's like, what? 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 What did you say? I've been firing this gun for 25 hours straight! I can't hear a word you're saying! Speak up! Gets the ear horn out. Again, I'm wondering about this. I guess it doesn't matter in the long scheme of things. The long arc and the grand scheme. Okay, are they gonna show me how to get around to them? Fellas? Okay, excellent. Thanks. Yeah, I'm curious how I get into that hidden area, but... I don't know, maybe that's the return side of it. You know, like those dungeons in Skyrim? I didn't want to click that in the middle of a fight. Okay, yeah, let's throw down. Get our crab. Our first point into crab. Nice. Delish. Oh yeah, now we only get 2 points every level up for a good while, so... I forgot about that. That stinks a little bit. That's fine. No, I actually want to put 2 points into this. As strange as that may seem. Yeah, I'm gonna start putting points into that. Wow, look at that! Look at that scamp! He's got a gumption. A go get him attitude. Too bad it's a go get us attitude. Or, you know, he had before we shot him. Oh yeah, right, we got the devotion shrine. Crab. Hello, crab. Iskandra's Elemental Exchange? Or Oleron's Rage, yeah, we'll attach it to that. Or not? The heck? Oh, I guess where do we start? This is where we start. Okay. It was trying to give me the ability to equip it, but we can't equip it yet. That's kind of odd. 300 damage absorption is not that great. But that's okay. We have plus 25% physique and plus 15% constitution, which is not nothing. Nice. Oh, there's that go get us attitude again. Now, reminder, spirit, right, is what gives us bonus magical damage and assumedly bonus magical duration damage. So that's why we're going to be pumping into a percentage-based spirit bonus for a little while. So that our, you know... Oof. Goodness. But yeah, so that our magical damage is a little bit more potent than it already is, even. For our elemental damage. Now then... Okay. Alright. It's not really a great reward for opening a box, but there are worse rewards for opening boxes. Like mimics. That's the worst. I think. It's kind of hard to beat Mimic as a bad reward for opening a box. I think the way forward is down here. I keep thinking that these are treasure chests at a glance, just because of the patterning. What? Speak up! What? The gun! You understand? Well, that was an ominous noise. Okay. We're getting there slowly. Just a few more platoons of dudes. Oh, that guy has that that one ability from Elden Ring. He's got that one Ash War. The like forward quake. Chunky salsa. I love it. The door is opened. Indeed, look. It's open. Okay, enough of me being a smart Alec. Ah, there's Kabbalist Zakul again. Yeah, here we go. This is the way forward. Yep, yep. Alright, so I'm gonna put a, rift down here. Seal of the Ligorian, huh? Look at this obviously evil arcane stuff. How did they not know what they were building when they built this place? Hey! Okay, I've been meaning to do this for like way, way longer now than... Okay, common. Okay, does that not show it? Magic? Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Yeah, there you can see it there. Untouched meal. Right? Let me get off screen a little bit. See, there you go. Untouched meal. It used to have a little, like every other kind of loot. You'd be able to see the... I'm pretty sure it used to have that, where you could actually, like... Maybe I'm misremembering. But I remember it being something that you could see, like, the little floating thing over it. Yeah, it's an untouched meal. You know, right next to the man butchering table, the yeah, pot full of feet, and the other man butchering table. Are you sure you want to eat that? Like, I feel like it means a lot that you're... Because normally whenever we run past these, our character just, like... You know what I mean by we and our, it's the narrative voice, right? But, like, normally whenever I run past this, my character so far, One Button Man, has just automatically eaten them, and it's like... Do you really want to eat that, bro? You sure? I mean, of course we do. Because, I mean, come on. Secret work. Gentlemen. Vestiaris, Imperial Arcanist. So if you're reading that, basically, I remembered this as something different, but I guess what it actually was as it says. Olgrim at one point mentions that they summoned the Ligorian before, and what's under this is, I mean, it's the seal of the Ligorian, right? Like, the point of this whole thing was to basically have a giant... Excuse me, I'm talking here. Was to have a giant, seal, yeah, like to basically just make sure there was a place to put the freaking thing that they couldn't put it back together. I remembered it vaguely as like a storage thing requisitioned by agents of the cult, but that was just me misremembering. Clearly. That guy was kind of chunky. Oh, yeah, look. Hey, buddy. Yeah, some freaky stuff's going on. This ain't like the greatest place to be right now. And I love that on the map, you can see that, like, the blank spots are just red, implying, you know, it's all just filled with blood. Hey, buddy. I like that we can just walk by these and they're not trying to, like, slap us or anything. Just kind of indifferent. To be fair, they don't have, like, eyeballs or anything. Right? Like... And if they did, they'd be pretty crappy tentacles. There's a reason that octopi don't have, like, eyes on the ends of their tentacles. I think starfish actually have, like, very simple eyes on the end of their... whatever you call the end of a starfish. The points. You know, the points on the star? They're not really tendrils, are they? You can't call them feet because the feet are not actually the... Like, the feet are on the bottom. They have hundreds of wiggly little tube feet. If you've ever seen the underside of a starfish. I seem to remember that starfish have like little simple eyes on the ends of their thingies. Don't quote me on that. Mainly because it's embarrassing that I called them thingies and I can't remember the name for the anatomical section of a starfish that is like one of its points. One of its radial extensions from the central... you know. What would you call it? Like complex? Where the mouth is? Look, I ate ham. Ham and honey roasted peanuts. I'm gonna be a little yawn filled for a bit. Delicious ham. At any rate, the ends of a starfish aren't really anything like a, you know, tentacle, so I'm not really sure if the comparison really makes sense. It's more of a... It's more of a, comparison for the contrasts rather than a comparison for the likenesses. Ah, goodness. I also slept like crap, which has been a problem lately. But you know how that is, right, buddy? Wait, is that an eyeball on the end of that? No, it's just how the lighting is reflecting off the end of it. Makes you wonder why it's curling like that. Like, why would it be curled like that? Like, like you take your finger, right, and you hold it straight up, or your arm, and you hold it up, and you kind of curl it. It's like you would think that would take more effort than just like not doing that. I mean, that one's coming through the freaking ground. Why would it bust through the ground and then just hang out? What? Like, it's like if the Kool-Aid Man burst through your wall and then he just took a, you know, just sat down cross-legged. It's like, alright, what's the point of that? Yeah, we're not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Get out of here. Those challenge totems are cool, but we're kind of at the point where that's not really necessary for us. Like, I'm genuinely not sure what, like, to what benefit that would be for us. Is that 3 different tentacles or like 1 trifurcated tentacle? Because, I mean, that's a bifurcation right there. How rude, interrupting me while I'm trying to perform an impromptu field anatomical examination. Of a Lovecraftian eldritch horror from beyond the veil between whatever. You get the idea. Wow, I mean, look at that. What's the point of all that? I like that this one's got kind of a crab claw thing. That makes me think of Zoidberg after he takes his shell off in Futurama. Like, it's got that kind of a crab claw, like, wiggly, wobbly crab claw vibe to it. Ugh. You know, you would think that if you were one of these people at this point, you might be questioning some of your choices that you've made, like that one guy. Like, you'd think there wouldn't be that many people down here. A little labyrinthine, perhaps. Just more XP. Ugh, I'm like yawning constantly. Again, it's me sleeping like crap plus the ham, then the peanuts. It's not the game. It's definitely not that I find this environment relaxing. I mean, this isn't exactly a normal, like, you know, what's the meme? Like, this is just Tuesday? Like, this isn't really that kind of situation. Or it's just a normal environment. I'm just so full of ham. Peanuts. Ah! Finally! Wow, it took you long enough, huh? Goodness. These big ones gonna do anything? Ah, no, just the little wiggly ones. Okay, I gotta say, like, that's a little scuffed, if you look at the animation. That's a little scuffed. I'm just saying. I mean, there's so many other little touches in the game that I'm not gonna, like, give them too much guff. This is, like, in good humor and all that, but it is goofy. That is a little scuffed. Ah, come on. It's, of all the criticisms, that's not a bad one. Bloodlord Thelonus. Bloodlord Thelonus. Summoning Cadonian Harbingers. I'm not sure what that accent is supposed to be. I'm trying to do like a Saturday morning cartoon villain sort of thing. I'm glad our chaos resistance is such that I can just stand here and melt this idiot. But the Ligorian does a ton of damage, and as I sort of covered with the whole percentage-based resistances thing, I'm not sure that 80% resistance is going to be enough. I mean, I'm just holding the same direction shooting at this guy. There we go. Let me go ahead and put up a rift here. Crypt entrance. The edge of madness. There's a Ligorian. And there's Olgrim, by the way. It's got a very unfortunately shaped mouth. I'm not getting close to it because it does a ton of damage. Yeah, this is like a world-ending threat kind of deal. Or at least it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's the Ligorian. I'm not sure what that little Chaos Rift was supposed to be for. Void Rift, rather, not Chaos. Void. Chaos is the damage type. Yeah, look, I'm trying to give you a good look at it without dying. Well, there goes Olgrim. Rip. Yeah, that's a very unfortunately shaped mouth. Yeah. There's many jokes I can make that I'm going to refrain from making. Instead, I will say that this is a literal case of your enemy being of the insult 4 eyes. Like, he literally has 4 eyes. He looks kind of Silent Hill-y. Is that just me? I think he's got a bit of the Silent Hill thing going on. I remember him doing a lot more damage than this. We do have maximum chaos resistance, so you know. The physical damage is more threatening here. Okay. My ear's acting up. Alrighty. Yeah, this is the Logorian. The voice of Cthon. He's not really saying much. Okay, how much health does he have? 870,000. Also, you can get a good look at the backside of him. He's got like a skull plate thing going on. Like a dermal ridge kind of deal, where you can see like bone under it. Yeah, we killed it. The Bane of Cairn. Slay the Logorian. Voice of Cthon. Yeah, if you look like right here, hold on. Like right here, that kind of like bony dermal ridge. Yeah, we may now access ultimate difficulty. We're not doing that though, because we haven't actually beat the game. Farewell, very unfortunately shaped mouth. Fiend. Oh, I guess we can't leave via normal means. Chthonic Rift. Okay then. Hey! Speak to Inquisitor Creed at Fort Icon. What's this do? Probably shouldn't go through random chthonic rifts, but... Ah, it just takes us back here, okay. Oh, that's what this is for. Oh, okay, that's what that little rift is. It's a shortcut. Alright. Excellent. I love shortcuts. Malkadar, champion of Death's Vigil. Battle once more. It feels good. I have some questions. Are you immortal? For as long as the ashes burn within me or the Keeper deems it necessary. Okay. I have another question. So what happens now? Now we advance upon the enemy with the Legion at our side. The Keeper wishes me to see this alliance through. Yeah, okay. I have another question. What's it like being undead? A strange question. What is it like? What does it feel like to be alive? I feel no pain. I feel no hunger. I will never tire. Mortal limitations no longer concern me. Okay. We should have talked to him before, you know. Basically, this game kind of has the frozen in time problem. Right? Like, time will not advance at Devil's Crossing until after we do the stuff that we're about to do. And I hope I don't mess up and accidentally mash A past the ending cutscene. I hope they fixed it to where you can't do that, because that's something you totally can do. And then I did it the first time I beat the game, and that would stink if I did it here. Yeah. Not sure how that's going to sound on recording, but I had to do that. Nasal issues. Ah.
You've returned. Is it finished?
The beast has been banished, but Olgrim was pulled into the void alongside with it.
So our great moment of triumph is soured with tragedy. The cult's defeat at the Necropolis marks humanity's first major victory in this conflict, proving that we are not going to simply lie down and let ourselves be wiped out by fiends and spirits. Word of this victory will spread and give people hope that someday this nightmare will truly be over. Yet we cannot forget those who sacrificed their lives to bring us here. Brave men and women of the Black Legion who took up arms in the defense of Uralan, a nation that scorned them as criminals, outcasts, and even traitors. In death, they were none of those things. They died as heroes. But I refuse to count Ulgrim among the dead just yet. I could use your help.
Bro, you can't count Ulgrim amongst the dead because he is Ulgrim and he is like He's the archetype of the guy who is just mysteriously powerful. I have some questions. What about the ethereals? They're as much a threat as ever. Much of the Empire is still under their control. We must be prepared for an extended conflict. It may be years before we even breach the capital. Much less expel the ethereals from Cairn. I have another question. The cult is still out there. Shouldn't we stop them for good? Your actions at the necropolis have severely crippled their activities. It will likely be some time before we have to deal with their ilk again. I love that word, by the way. Ilk. Their ilk. Again. For now, we must see to strengthening our defenses. What about Ulgrim? It happened! Son of a... I'm pretty sure that was it. That flash there, I'm pretty sure that was it. The final seal. Okay. Okay, let's talk to him.
Good, you're back. Do you have a moment?
Sure, what is it? Oh, sure, show me the events that transpired here again. They going to do it?
Good, you're back.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Do you have a moment? Good, you're back.
Why isn't it playing the...
Good, you're back. Good, you're back.
Oh, for crying out loud. Am I gonna have to edit that in from a... Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to be back momentarily. 1 second.